With all these amazing young ladies who have promised to give us, like the boys across, 9 plus 2. Amaje? Sindio? It can't be true that somebody else will have 9 plus 2 and here, right, where people look like me, will have less than that. Amaje? So I expect you to do as well and even better than the boys. But let me take this opportunity to recognize my colleagues who are here. And I'll begin with the chair of the BOM, who's here with us, the chair of the PA, members of both, our principal, and I can tell you what she's been able to do here is simply miraculous. And I know that you are as proud of her as we are at the Ministry of Education. You are? Yes. Excellent, excellent. So let me also recognize the teachers who work with her, the deputy head teachers, the other teachers, the non-teaching staff, the representatives of NAT and KUPET, the chairman of Kcse and Kcse, the directors who have come with me and have greeted you. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me again say how delighted I am to be here with you today. I heard somebody talk about unrest. Now, that is a word that was never meant for schools, by the way. It wasn't. It was meant for some other colleagues, not for schools. I went through school and that word was foreign to us. It was a word that was never mentioned in relation to a school. Yeah? So I'm actually concerned that somebody used that word here. Because I know that you don't believe in unrest, do you? No, louder. No. Yeah, no unrest. People go to school to work hard, to achieve, because I know you're ambitious. Yeah? To achieve, and then to come and replace all of us who are seated here. So that next time, in a few years' time, you're the one standing here and seated there. Right? Yeah, that's why unrest, foreign word, never in a school, never in a learning environment. Yeah? Yeah, you know that we don't have unrest even in universities these days, right? So how can we have unrest in schools? Especially in a girls' school, how? Can that even happen? You should all be ambassadors of peace, of reconciliation. Yeah? You're the ones supposed to bring people together and to claim your future. Because it's about your future. So if you have unrest, then I don't know how you're going to achieve that potential that you have, that all of you have and each one of you has. So if anybody comes to talk to you about unrest, about cheating, which I've been assured never happens here and in the neighborhood, yeah, that too is a foreign word. Yeah? Yeah, we're all responsible, we're hardworking, we're ambitious, we believe in ourselves, we are confident, and we know what we want. And what we want has nothing to do with wasting time. In fact, this is an exception. Because as you know, there's a policy. Yeah? The only reason that I can come here is because there are no parents. Because we agreed that third term is going to be completely committed to learning and to preparing for exams. And so as I finish, I'll expect all of you to go back where? To class. Yeah? And do what we all came here to do. Yeah, which is to learn. So let me tell you that all of us seated here went to schools that are very similar. In fact, that don't have what your principal has been able to put up, and that I have had the privilege of opening. And we remained in those schools because we did not want the future to belong to others. We wanted that future to belong to us. Yeah? And we grabbed the moment with both hands. and made sure that the only time that we wasted was the time we were eating. Yeah? And the time that we needed to sleep. That was the only time that was really not accounted for in terms of studying. And we supported each other, which is something that you must do. You must support each other so that 5 years after you finish university, when you walk into each other's offices, you're still friends, you are hugging, you're kissing, yeah? So you must support each other and you must be each other's keepers. And you must support those that are younger than you. Because, you know, this is, like I said, it's a conveyor belt. So you Form 4s leave, the Form 3s become Form 4s. Everybody has their chance at it, right? Everybody has a chance to take a bite. And they're all watching you because you're setting the standard today. How you do, they will attempt to do better. So set a very good standard for them. Don't set a standard that they can achieve easily. Make it really hard for them. That is your responsibility as this year's Form 4s. Do so well that your results will be historic, that everybody else will be working really, really hard, yeah, to catch up. You know the reason that government is investing so much money in education and into education is because we also know, as government, that the only difference between progress and catastrophe is education. If you learn, we'll make progress as a country. If you don't do well, we have a problem. And so I want to wish the Form 4s all the best, to tell them that we are all here to support you, to encourage you, to make sure that, apart from everything else, that you are able to achieve that God-given potential that you have. Don't let your principal down. Don't let your teachers down. They have really worked hard. Don't let your bishop down. Because I totally agree with what he said. That we need to ensure that we inject morality and responsibility into learning, into education. And the way to do that, as he said, was to make sure that we have representatives of the clergy in the schools to continuously support our students. So, Bwana Bishop, thank you very much. I think it was a fantastic message. It's a message that we in education believe in very, very strongly. And I think it was actually an omission to let go of that. Because we had it in the past. I'll tell you something very interesting about me. I went to Butere Girls. I think maybe by now you all know that. I went to Butere Girls. And I think Dr. Mohamed will confirm this. Because of the support that I got, including the support I got from the priest that was present in our school, because we had a beautiful church in school. I actually ended up being the best student in CRE in my school. And I will never forget the day that the results were out, and I was in my house in Amalemba, you know, trying to light up a jiko. And this teacher of mine who used to teach me CRE walked in and lifted me up from the jiko and carried me really high up and said, listen, I told you to be my best student, you actually were my best student. Yeah? So no, you see, there's nothing impossible. Nothing at all. And I don't know whether my record has been broken, actually. I have to go and find out. Whether that record that I set has been broken. But it was also because we all are the same. All of us are the same. And we all believe in the right things. And so it wasn't difficult for me to very quickly absorb everything that that teacher was teaching me. And not just repeat it to him, but I was able to develop it even further. That's your challenge. Not to just absorb the information you're getting, yeah, but to be able to actually improve on that, to develop it, because your minds are so much fresher, they're so much more developed. And you know, you're like a sponge, you should be able to absorb all this. And so I want to wish you well. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in universities, because as you know, I'm also in charge of universities, right? Yeah, so I'll be waiting for you on the other side. And so all of you need to move to university from here. And that's what I wish for all of you. You've just been told that I agreed that I would announce the results from the best school in the country. So please work hard, because it would give me a lot of pleasure to come here and announce the national results from here. Yeah? 9 plus 2. Huh? 9 plus 2. Very good. Excellent. So, principal and colleagues, I'd just like to thank everybody for the warm welcome, the manner in which we've been able to interact, the dances, the music. Thank you, all of you. I felt very much at home. Yeah? And I'll end up by saying, Oriumno. I wish you all the best. By the way, I need to introduce 2 people. One is Juba Mukwana, Daktari, who is in charge of the quality,